Hey, welcome back to my channel Duct Tape Mechanic and to another episode of my series Free on Facebook, which is a series of videos in which I find things for free, mostly off of Facebook Marketplace, and I show you how to repair them, repurpose them, or reuse them in another manner. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a Maytag Bravos XL washing machine that's not starting and giving a F5 E3 error code. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. Alright, so this is the washing machine in question, the Maytag Bravos XL washing machine. This is quite a popular machine. Now if you're having an issue with this washing machine not turning on at all, that's a whole nother issue, and I can link a video that I made that resolves that issue. It's a very common issue, and the fix is actually pretty much free. There's no real parts you need to swap out either. So make sure you hit the link in the description of this video if you need to get to that video. This video is for a washing machine that's giving an F5 E3 error code, and it's not starting, allowing you to start the cycle. So let's get to it. Briefly, let me just show you what model number this is. That's the model number for this particular machine, but this video would be applicable to pretty much all of the Bravos XL washing machines. I think they have a couple of them with the steam feature. They're all pretty much the same. All right, let's do it. So basically, when there's an issue with the lid lock mechanism, it's not going to start, and it's also going to throw a F5 E3 error code, as you see right here. So in this video, I'm going to cover how to take this thing apart and replace the lid lock mechanism, and hopefully get your washer up and running real quickly. So in order to get access to the lid lock mechanism, you need to remove these screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you remove this screw, this panel that protects the pressure hose should come right out. So after you remove the screws, the way we're going to remove the top is we're going to grab it by the sides right here and pull it towards ourselves, and then we're going to lift it and rest it against the wall. So it should look something like this. We pull it out, and it should lift relatively straight up and back against the wall. There you go. Take a flat blade screwdriver, and we're going to unclip the clips that hold on the interface board. So just get in there, kind of just push down, and the same thing for the other side. It's kind of hidden by the spring of the lid, but it's there, trust me. Just put it in there, kind of pop it out like that, and now we can put this entire top piece back down. All right, so with the top down, we're going to take the interface board off. To do that, just kind of pull it up, and it should flip over like that. Alright, so now we have access to all of the connections on the control board. The connection for the lid lock mechanism is right here. So I'm just going to depress the tab a little bit and gently pull up, and there she goes. So after we've gotten it disconnected from the control board, we're going to feed it through this hole right here, and it should drop into the cabin. Well, at least the connection should. And then it'll make it easier for us to get it from there. So after feeding the connector through this hole, we're going to get a needle nose plier, and we're just going to undo this piece right here. This just holds the wire to the chassis of the washer, so it doesn't flop around all over the place. Just kind of got to push it in like so. There we go, and it fell through. So after that, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of put the control board into place. You don't have to snap it in. You shouldn't snap it in, otherwise you're going to have to unsnap it. But after that, we'll put the control board kind of in the general place and put the top back up as we had it originally. And we'll keep one hand on the interface board, I should say, so it doesn't get damaged. And Just go back like that, and it should be okay. After that, we see that our wire is in the inside of the washer now. We're just gonna undo it from these clamps right here. So these clips, I should say. 1, 2, 3, and that should loosen up the wire there. And we'll follow up after that. Alright, so after you've undone the wiring harness over here, we're going to undo these 2 screws and our whole mechanism should come right out. There we go. It did take a little bit of wiggling to get it out, but it's out indeed. And if you're curious about the part number, I will try to highlight it for you. So there it is. It's W10787836. And for those of you who always ask, hey, can I bypass the lid lock? Or no, you cannot, because this is no longer just a lid switch. It's also a locking mechanism. Back in the day, it used to be just one thing where it would just stop the motor from spinning, but this one also has a solenoid, so it's got multiple circuits. So you will most likely damage the control board if you try to bypass the lid lock mechanism. I will also try to post a link to this product, so it should pop up around this time in the video. So if you need the exact part, it should be there. Alright, so once you've got the new part or a good used part, to install it is really simple. It's pretty much just everything in reverse. Where we're going to put the lid lock mechanism on by installing those 2 screws. Then we're going to secure the wire using the clamps that are already on there. We're going to push this connector through that hole, and we'll also put the connector that goes to the control board through its hole. Then after that, we'll grab it from the other side, plug it in to the control board, bring the top down, put the user interface board back into the correct position, and snap the top back into the correct position by pushing it back against the wall, then putting the screws back in. So let's do it. Alright, so I've got this hooked up to my test station, and it looks like it's progressed to the wash here, and everything looks like it's working just fine. The lid has been locked, and hopefully this washing machine tests out okay so we can save it from going into the trash. But anyways, if you found this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.